What's up, guys? It's Diz coming at you with a Reaper guide. Uh, with a lot of new players coming to the new patch, I want to explain this and maybe help out new players that don't understand how the system works. It's been changed with the new patch, which I think is a great change and makes the journey a little bit better. So, whenever you first start the game, you're only going to have this weapon, and you'll eventually learn to unlock the ability to level up your weapon. All your weapons level up as you find new Reapers. They all start at level 1, and you have to level them up. Well, whenever you get this weapon to level 5, it'll evolve, have additional stats and effects. And then whenever you get this weapon to level 12, it'll also have more additional effects and stats to it. Not all weapons evolve. Some just stay the same with just multipliers, and some actually merge. So, for example, the Stormbane and the Gold Scourge merge into this weapon. How you merge them is get this one to level 50, and then get this one to level 50, and then they merge into this weapon. This is a weapon for like gold farming. I'll be making a guide for that eventually, but I want to kind of get the basics out of the way to help out the new players that are learning the game. So starting out, you're going to have nothing. You're only going to have your base weapon. As you play, use this weapon, level up, you're going to see this number appear in the top right hand corner. This is your Storm Reaper Mastery. So as you use your weapon, doesn't matter what weapon you use, this level will increase. What this means is if I find, let's say I found this weapon right here, the Bow Trainee, and since it's level 100, I get the power of a level 100 weapon because of this mastery, which is really good because if you find a weapon that you really like, that you think is awesome for a build that you want to do, now you don't have to start at level 1 to level it up, and the scale, you don't have to deal with dealing no damage, etc., etc. Now you still have to level the weapon up, and the percents are only affected as you level. So you still have to level it to get the percents. But as far as like the base damage of the weapon goes, it'll be equivalent to level 100 weapon, which is really good to be able to do to swap builds and to change up your build, however you want to do it. Now there is a other element to the Slorm Reapers. So whenever you reach your level 100, so for example, I got this level 100 weapon, you unlock the Primal version. Primal is like this dark glow, and it's this little tab up here. Primals normally have a pro and con, and this pro is I get a little bit of a proc, which deals 633% increased damage as I gain gold, which, a lot of burst damage, great for like killing bosses. But the con is I lose my life leech, life on hit, and life on kill, and I'll lose life regeneration, which I think the con outweighs the pro here, so I don't actually use the primal. You don't have to use the primal version, you can use the regular base version, but if you can build around the con with your build, then go for it. Use the primal version. This game is all about how you want to play the game, not about what somebody else is playing, which is great. Um, as far as how do you get these Slorm Reapers go, what's the most efficient way to gain Slorm Reapers? What you're going to do is you're going to talk to this guy. I say best to just finish the campaign first before you start doing this, but play the game however you want to play. So you'll talk to this guy. You might not have these two tabs right here, but you're going to go to Battlefield. On Battlefield, you're going to select a difficulty, which if you're new to the game and just starting, one of these levels are probably best for you, whatever's easier, and you're just going to run that difficulty. And you're going to teleport in, and then you're going to kill stuff. Now you see this little blue circle here? This blue circle is how you unlock Slorm Reapers. So you're going to pop it, and you're going to kill all the enemies that spawn from it. Now this one is unique, and it has waves to it, so I'm going to sit here and kill all the waves. Just like this. It's not too difficult. But I'm also playing a pretty low difficulty. Well, bad luck. I didn't get a Slorm Reaper to pop. So if I wanted to, tab is to push your map open, so you're able to look at the map as you play. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run this map until I get a weapon to pop. I'm gonna make a little cut in the video, so whenever the weapon pops, I can show you what it looks like, so you don't miss it by accident. Alright guys, we finally found one. I want to show you a little trick since there's a lot of chaos, like I have my turrets and all that stuff. Sometimes with a lot of clutter on the map, you can sometimes not see these, which is kind of bad. That's why it's best to keep your map open. So if you look on the map, even though I'm doing this, you see this little sword symbol on the map over here? That'll let you know that you have a Slorm Reaper that drops. So if you did not see it drop, you'll still be able to see it on the map. So it's always good to kind of glance at your map as you're running through these battlefields to unlock more Slorm Reapers. One thing I do want to add is there is a pity system. So as you close breaches, the more breaches you close, and the less likely chance of you getting a Reaper happens. You'll get, depending on the number of breaches you close, the pity system will go up. So it'll be like, okay, you haven't had one in a while, let's give you a Reaper. These are all random. There's no certain like farm method for a certain Reaper at all. It's all random. So eventually we'll collect them all. This is why I call this the Pokemon element of the game. You'll just select it and you'll push R. This Reaper will unlock, and this Reaper increases Thorns damage. So if you have an ability that scales with Thorns, or you want to do some kind of Thorns build, this is the weapon to use. This is how you collect all your Reapers, guys, is just by farming Battlefield. There's one last thing I do want to go over when it comes to your weapons. Now, this is more of a higher tier method, so like this is towards the end game. So you won't have this little number in the right hand corner of your weapons. So let's go to your Reapers. So if you look closely, you see a 89 that is right beside my damage numbers. That's an increased number of my weapon. So that weapon is increasing, or that number is increasing my damage output in my percents. How do you get that number? Well, what you do is you have stats on your gear that you can put your names on your gear. So this is the bow by Corey Ironbender. He's the one that made this weapon. So I want to get his name on my pieces of gear. So you see Corey Ironbender on the pieces of gear that I want, which I will be doing a blacksmithing guide here shortly. But I just want to kind of go over Reapers for right now. And there's one other way of increasing that number, and that is through the Forge Master. Forge Master, this is all in-game stuff. This is where you get your runes, which I'll also be doing a guide for. Anyways, so this is how you increase the level of your weapons. You'll unlock spirits in the Forge, and you use the spirits to upgrade the level of these certain types of weapons. Sometimes you have weapons that have, like this is for Corey Ironbender. I believe I have a couple other weapons that also have Corey Ironbender on. Maybe, possibly. I believe the trainee weapon actually. So let's go to bows. I have all the weapons unlocked on my mage. So the trainee weapon is Corey Ironbender. So all these numbers will affect this person's weapons, no one else's, only the person with the name. But yep, that's pretty much about it. I believe I went over the Primal stuff. If you have any questions, concerns, please post them down in the comments. Please like the video, guys. Please, if you can, please sub to the channel. I want to grow this channel. I really love doing content for Slormancer, and I want people to come to my videos when it comes to guides. And I can't thank you all enough for watching the video. Sorry if this is a little bit of a longer video, but the system is pretty in-depth. So please, 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 guys, like and sub if you can. If you're curious about how many Slorm Reapers are in the game, if you push P, you'll see your achievements and time and all that good stuff. I have unlocked 39 Slorm Reapers. Now this is not including evolves and merges and stuff like that. Technically, I want to say there's probably about like 75, but a lot of them evolve and stuff like that. So there's not exactly 120, but some evolve. And that's pretty much about it. If you, like I said, if you have any questions, please leave it down in the comments below. And thank you so much.